It can be hard to tell how your ex feels about you after a breakup. You know there's still something, but is it just friendship, or are they actually interested in getting back together? Today, we're going to unpack different situations and try to determine whether your ex has feelings for you or sees you as just a friend. Hi everybody, welcome to the Breakup Corner. I'm Dave Barker. I'm a breakup coach here to help you get through this breakup and get back with your ex as quickly as possible. Watch these videos and follow these tips and you will find success with your ex. If you're watching this, I'm going to assume that you're still talking to your ex regularly. While this is a good sign that they might be interested in you, it's a bad idea to pursue this friendship if you do want them back eventually. Let me explain. First, by staying friends with your ex after the breakup, you're actually helping them get over you. I'm sure you care about your ex and you don't want them to feel pain. That's admirable, but if you actively help them feel better during this time by being a shoulder to cry on, doing them favors, and generally being a friend to them, then you're hurting your chances with them in the long run. This is because the better they feel right now, the faster they'll move on from the breakup, and from you. Second, it changes the relationship between the two of you. Whereas before you two had romance and love, now you have friendship and hangouts. This is fine in small bursts, but if you spend too much time with your ex in a platonic context as friends, then you're going to replace the association of you as a romantic sexual being with an association of you as just a friend. Say you and your ex went on 15 dates, then broke up and hung out as friends 20 times. At that point, you're more of a friend than you are a partner, or even an ex in their mind. Obviously, you're probably not hitting those numbers, but every time you spend with your ex as a friend, you're pushing that association further in that direction. And there are more reasons not to be friends with your ex. It makes it harder to transition back into a relationship. It makes you look weak, it makes them miss you less, and more. I actually made a whole video on this topic that you should check out if you're still not sure. I'll link it in the description below. But what if your ex actually wants you back? What if you think you're close to closing the deal and it's just a matter of starting the right conversation? Well, you'd better be sure before you proceed. Again, this is a very delicate situation and you don't want to scare your ex off before you have a chance to really connect with them again. So here are some signs that your ex doesn't see you as just a friend and they're open to reigniting a brand new relationship with you. Sign number one, they ask about you. If you hear through the grapevine that your ex is asking about you through your mutual friends or family, then you can most definitely assume that they still care about you as more than just a friend. If they're asking about your love life, and maybe even who you've been dating, then that's an even better indicator that they still see you in a romantic light. Your ex may even be doing this to send the message that they're interested without even contacting you directly. Of course, this depends on another important factor. If your ex can tell that you were hit hard by the breakup, if you begged and pleaded and you were really depressed and heartbroken, then there's a chance that your ex might just be worried about you and want to make sure that you're doing okay. But if you handled the breakup okay up to this point, it's most likely a sign of interest. Sign number two, your ex always initiates contact. Now, if your ex is often texting you, calling you, hitting you up on Facebook, Instagram, MySpace, LinkedIn, Nexopia, then it's all safe to say that they definitely miss you to some extent. This one isn't for sure, because it is uncommon for broken up couples to remain close friends after a breakup. So don't run out and buy a wedding ring or anything, but know that it is a good sign. And obviously, the more your ex reaches out, the better your chances are. So this is a sign that they're interested in you and they feel like they need you in their life. This kind of dependence is the sign that your relationship was quite close, and that means you're in a better position than if your relationship was more of a fling. But if you're the one that's putting all the effort into contacting your ex, then that's unfortunately a sign that your ex probably just sees you as a friend. Sign number three, your ex flirts with and touches you. Flirting is a sign of attraction. And attraction is the basis of every relationship. So if your ex is touching you, cuddling up with you, maybe making some sexual innuendos, then it's safe to say that your ex definitely doesn't see you as just a friend. If this is the case, don't be afraid to flirt back and tease them. This will only increase the level of attraction that your ex has for you. Just be careful not to fall into the trap of sleeping with your ex until you two are back on more solid footing. You don't want to turn into just a booty call for your ex. Sign number 4, you score over 70 on the ex back quiz. So this is a very clear indication that you and your ex have a chance of working things out. If you play your cards right though, of course. Head over to xbackquiz.com after this video and check it out. It's free, it only takes 5 minutes, and it answers the question, does my ex want me back? In a pretty objective way as well. It's definitely based on your specific situation. So again, that's xbackquiz.com. Sign number 5, your ex keeps trying to meet up. So this one is pretty obvious, but it deserves a mention. If your ex is constantly asking you to hang out or is coming up with excuses to see you, then it's safe to say that he or she may see you as more than just a friend. At this point, you need to determine if hanging out with your ex is the right choice. Now, I recommend waiting at least a few weeks after breaking up before spending some one-on-one time with your ex. If you meet up too early, it can create drama and conflict that maybe would have been best avoided. This is mainly due to how mixed emotions can be soon after a breakup. Sign number 6, they're jealous of people in your life. So if your ex is jealous that you're hanging out with members of the opposite sex, then it's definitely safe to say that they still care about you romantically. However, if your ex couldn't care less or is encouraging you to see other people, then they probably see you as just a friend. Sign number 7, they're trying to make you jealous. If it's obvious your ex is trying to make you jealous, then it could be an indication that they're still attracted to you. If they keep bringing up the people he or she is dating or how often they keep getting asked out, then they're probably trying to invoke a response from you. If you've been watching some of my other videos here on YouTube, then you should know by now that you should most definitely not give them what they want here. They're looking for a big reaction from you to confirm that they still have you on their hook. But often this can scare an ex off when they see you acting possessive and jealous towards them. Honestly, the psychology on display here is pretty complicated, but to simplify it, I'll say that we always want what we can't have. Sometimes if we get it too easily, it doesn't feel valuable. Does that make sense? On top of this, chances are your ex doesn't really know what they want. So if they feel too much pressure, it might just scare them off. Hopefully you now have a better idea whether your ex sees you as a friend or something more. If you're still not sure, head over to xbackquiz.com and find out exactly where you stand with your ex. I really appreciate you liking, subscribing, and especially leaving comments. Let me know how things are going with your ex. I really like knowing what you're all going through, so I know what to make videos about in the future. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you next time here on the Breakup Corner.